No matter how it may seem, no one has control over your life except for you. This is not personal, financial, or life advice. We're just a couple of guys and an occasional guest talking out loud. Welcome to the What Are We Doing podcast.
It's going crazy. Hey, are we here? Big things, hey.
Yo.
Big things.
Yo.
Big things.
All right. Let's bring it home now.
Morning, guys. What's going on?
Yo. What's up, everyone?
We here Monday morning, afternoon, evening, nighttime, Saturday, Sunday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Whenever you guys listen to us, we here. Hey. We here, hey. Big things, hey.
What's up?
Team is over here. Knock the fuck out.
I'm waking up.
Literally, like he's literally waking up. I'm here though, hey.
Right before we record every podcast, H like wakes me up. Every podcast we record, H is banging on my door, waking me up.
We're gonna go straight into it. That's what we're gonna do. Straight into it. We got a special guest. You guys know.
Oh, you're gonna
what's
introduce
going on.
your guest. You're not gonna introduce yourself or me.
Oh. So let's rewind this. Morning, guys. It's me, Hansome Kelly. What's going on? Here with my co-host.
Yo, Kadeem Brown, back like I never left.
I thought you said back in the flesh. Like, you don't say that?
Let's let it rock, bro.
All right, whatever. We're here, guys. Another episode. Last week's episode, you guys gave us some feedback. We want more feedback of that. I still think that there's no such thing as
oh man, here we go.
What is it again?
Yo, somebody emailed and agreed with you.
Well, yeah, of course. Of course. But, come on. Are you like? Come on.
I see.
I mean, that was great. Did you read the email?
I glanced over it. All I saw was I agree with H.
Are you serious? You gonna glance over it? That's crazy.
I agree with H. I was like, this is not my email.
But even if you don't agree with someone, you still gotta hear their point.
I understand your point fully. Like that's what I was trying to say last week. I fully understand your point.
You just don't agree.
We don't still see eye to eye on that.
That's understandable. You're not always going to see eye to eye on everything.
Of course.
Some things that you said, I don't see. You know,
and I gave you opportunity to persuade me into seeing you, but
I was very persuasive.
Nah, not at all.
I got to work in my sales pitch.
Just a little
my
bit.
My clothes.
You need to take some Grant Cardone University classes.
Okay. I got to read Sell to Be Sold again.
Yeah.
Okay.
Obsessed or be average, bro. You got.
I was average. That was an average close.
That was a very average close. Very average pitch.
All right. Next time I'm going to close the deal. But we got somebody special here today. Speaking of Grant Cardone, we got a little Grant Cardone trainee.
And deals being closed.
Trainee or expert. We're going to say that. He got someone who's it's going to be his first time doing a podcast, or who's going to break his virginity into it.
Pause
on that? Break his virginity into a podcast. There's no pause on that. Bro, you're taking it too far. Kick-ass, badass here. Got my partner right here. Who do we have right here?
What's your name, bro?
Oh, but you were going to introduce.
All right. We got He's with Russell here. What's up, man?
Yes. Thank you for having me. I'm glad to be here.
No problem. We're happy to have you.
How you feeling?
I'm feeling amazing.
How you feel about being here?
First of many podcasts.
I like that. I like the sound of that.
I'm happy. Thank you for having me, guys.
No problem, bro. So what do you do?
I mean, I do a lot, you know. But my main priorities, I am a real estate investor.
Okay.
I'm also a real estate agent as well. I trade currency. I mean, I do it all. I have a drop shipping company. So I'm kind of like the jack of all trades.
So you have a lot on your table. What's the difference between a real estate agent and a real estate investor?
Real estate agent is someone who works for an individual who wants to buy or sell a home. An investor is kind of like personally, I'm going out and purchasing homes for my own investments.
Okay.
To make cash on cash return on my money that I put out there.
Okay. How long have you been doing all this for in the real estate game for?
You know, it's funny. My dad got us involved. I have two older brothers. So I've been in real estate my entire life, but full time I started, I would say, in 2015. I graduated from UA. Anyone from U Albany? Shout out to U Albany. Graduated with a degree in computer science. Right after I graduated, I went on to.
How's that going on for you?
I don't use my degree at all.
Definitely not the first guest that said that.
Yes, if I could return it, if I could return my degree and get my money back, you know, I would. But whatever. It was.
What about the experience? We used to go to Albany to party all the time.
Albany was great.
I went to the party too.
Albany was a great party school.
We used to drive to Penn State to go to Albany. So
that's actually the only college I went to.
Oh, for real?
Yeah. Really?
That's H's only college.
Yeah.
That's Asia's only college experience.
It's kind of sad, but we won't go there.
It's not sad at all.
It's very sad.
From what came out of it, definitely not. But keep going.
So I graduated with a degree in computer science. Soon after, I had an internship actually in the summertime. This was 2014. And then I went on to work on Wall Street. I was an IT consultant. And I thought life was made. I was making good money straight out of school. I got to wear a suit and tie. You always see people dressed up sharp. It's like, man, I want to be like those guys. Yeah. And then when I actually started doing it, a couple weeks in, I was like, shit, I don't think this is what I want to do for the rest of my life.
Similar story over here. Similar story. So I completely understand.
How did you come to that realization, though?
I'm big on, life is about controlling your own time.
Right.
And, I was waking up at 6 a.m. and I wouldn't get back home till 9:30 p.m.
Damn.
It's no personal time, and you can't put a price on your time. So I figured, okay, I'm just starting out. I can't let this be the only way I'm going to make money, or else I'm going to kill myself.
So from there, where'd you go right after?
That didn't work out. I actually got fired from that job. Got fired from my first job out of college too. So yeah. It was. I still remember the day I got fired.
To get fired.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's when you realize, I'm just a number.
You're just a statistic. Yeah. Seriously. My hiring manager. Just really briefly, how I got fired. I didn't see him since I got hired, so it was funny to see him that day. I'm like, oh, wow, he's coming to check up on me.
That's the same story.
This is getting good.
I'm like, oh, man, this guy really cares. He's coming to see how I'm doing and all that. So long story short, at the end of the day, he's like, oh, I'm going to talk to you. I'm like, all right. So
did he put his hand on your shoulder?
No. we were just sitting down talking, and he's telling me, oh, how's it going? I'm like, it's great. I'm getting used to this. I'm enjoying it. I was just BSing, honestly, too, because I wasn't happy, but I was looking at it as a check.
So like it's the right fit.
Yeah, I'm like, I think I can see myself right here for the rest of my life.
Boy, this is awkward.
So, long story short, he is like, oh, it's not working out.
What do you mean it's not working out?
Me? Are you? Yeah. Are you leaving?
I was really confused. I was thrown off. It was a curveball. So, long story short, I packed my stuff. I said peace out to the individuals I knew there for a brief time.
How long were you working there for?
Honestly, this was less than a month. This was less than a month.
I got my 60 days off.
Oh, wow. Congrats. I didn't make it that far. Didn't make it that far. But,
all right, so after that, you realized they realized this industry wasn't for you.
No. And it's funny because I saw signs that computer science wasn't for me. But this guy is dying over it. But I tried it again. I got another job doing I was a computer analyst.
Okay.
That was a contract job, so I didn't get fired, but it was a short contract. It was about 2 months.
Okay, nice.
Yeah. And then
made it 60 days.
Yeah, I made it 60 days. Yeah, I was happy. But in the interim, I was doing other stuff.
Right.
I was a trader, so I was still making income on doing other things. So money wasn't an issue at that point. Fast forward to I don't even know.
What year did you graduate?
14.
14, okay, same here, yeah.
I graduated 2014.
Okay.
So then I got another full-time job, tried it out, and got fired again. And once that happened, I knew that, I'm not a bad person. You guys know me.
Yeah,
but,
yeah.
That atmosphere,
right.
It's not for me. It's a dog-eat-dog world. Everyone is just out for themselves to try to get, higher compensation.
Yeah.
I'm not about that life. So I just decided to go full-time into real estate. I was doing it on the side my whole life. I decided to just make that my primary goal.
Let's rewind. Because you said your dad got you and your brothers into it.
Correct.
How did that conversation, how does that come about where your dad installed in you guys that this is the future, this is the right way to go about building wealth?
It's not, he didn't sit us down like, hey, you should do this for the rest of your life. But, it kind of just made sense because since I was younger, I would go to his rental properties. And
what did your dad do?
My dad's a doctor.
Okay.
Yeah, he works at New York Presbyterian.
My dad too. He's accountant though.
Nice.
Nice.
But yeah, he kind of just made us go collect the rent, stuff of that nature. And then, I just put two and two together. I see all these huge people in the industry, no matter what their profession is, they own a ton of real estate.
Right.
So that's the name of the game. I always tell people, I don't care what you're doing. If you're a doctor or you're scrubbing toilets, you need to own real estate, no matter what market you're in.
Agreed. So where's your family from and where are you from?
Oh, I'm from Nigeria. I'm from Nigeria. The original Wakanda,
And that's where you were born?
No. I wish I was.
Okay.
My mom and dad came here after they got married. They came here in the 70s. My dad came to study medicine.
Okay.
And then soon after became a doctor.
Dope. And where are you from in New York?
From Queens.
From Queens.
Yeah.
Not bad
Queen
at all.
stand up.
Queens stand up.
Not bad. All right, so you said your dad instilled a lot of principles like real estate and everything like that. When did you okay, let me make this serious. Let me go get my real estate license and really start moving forward.
I got my license actually recently. So I was an investor. I purchased a house. We did a lot of real estate outside of New York to start because, as you guys know, the houses here are skyrocketing.
Ridiculous.
It's kind of hard to get in when a house is $400,000, $500,000.
Agreed, 100%.
So we started out in Cleveland, Ohio. Actually, this was after LeBron left.
So things weren't looking too good no more.
No, things were not looking too good.
That was smart.
Yeah, my brother's now his wife was going out there for nursing school. So my brother lived there. He knew the area very well, and houses were really cheap. We ended up paying, I believe, $22,000 for our first property.
Nice.
Yeah, we put about $20,000 in, and the after repair market value was about $80,000.
Oh wow!
So at that point you have two options: you can rent it.
But hold on, real quick. What is, for those who don't know, what does that mean? After repair market. What is that?
So basically, it means that
we want to break down everything.
Not a problem. In a concise manner, it means that after you put money into a house and you build, the equity, and the house is in great condition, it's the market value that what you can get top dollar for. So a lot of people's houses are in fair condition, but if you want to get top dollar, you might have to fix a couple of things to get the best price possible.
So you say you bought it for around 22 and you put another 20 in it?
Correct.
So you're at 40 right now. 42
exactly.
around there.
Exactly.
And then the house value was around 80.
Around 80 grand.
Okay, so now you're already in profit.
Yes. So there's two things you can do. You can pull out the equity. Well, let me backtrack. You can actually sell the house or you can rent it.
Okay.
So what we decided to do was keep the house, put tenants in, get a mortgage, pull out the equity. So that way we got our original investment back. And then we take those proceeds onto our next project.
So Robert Kiyosaki 101 right
Oh,
there.
I love Robert Kiyosaki. Is
That's
the
Robert
man.
Kiyosaki 101 right
Yeah,
there.
I read all his books. Yeah.
We can tell.
Yeah. So and then from there, it's kind of like a snowball effect.
That's snowball effect, and you use that equity that you pulled out, the profit that you pulled out to keep on investing in real estate, basically.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
That's not bad. I mean, that's like the quickest way to build wealth. So that's great. So since then, how many houses have you flipped since then? And when was that?
That was. I actually was doing this while I was still working.
Okay.
So this was 2016.
Okay, nice.
2016. It was great. It was actually really close to where by the time he finished the project, LeBron was
back.
He was
He
there.
came back. Okay, nice.
He was there by the time he finished it, so it was cool. We went to a playoff game. It was Toronto.
that was cool.
It was
that's
Eastern
the game
Conference.
right.
Eastern Conference Finals. It was Toronto versus Cleveland. Terrible game, but it was a great experience.
Was that a big thing in the real estate market? Like him coming and going, did that affect the market huge?
Yes. Like honestly, in Cleveland, you have the major sports teams.
Yeah.
Like the football,
And
baseball, and basketball. That's the only thing that brings people out there. So I mean, it was the city was really quiet when he left, and when he came back, he brought a lot of revenue back into the city.
How low did it fall down to? You're not aware.
To be honest, I'm not sure.
All right, so you got the first house, and since then, how many properties you said you flipped?
In Cleveland, only 4, but I do flips here in New York.
Now, how difficult is it to do a flip here in New York? Because you said that you and your family came together to do it. So how would you go about doing it here?
New York is a different beast, honestly, because homeowners here know that it's New York, so they always want top dollar. No matter what condition their house is,
right, they
want the most money. They want fictitious prices. Their house can be worth $500,000, but they want $2 million.
Mm-hmm.
So your job is to bridge the gap. That's the name of my company.
It's
Bridge Path.
It's the humble one.
Bridge Path Global Holdings. Your job is to bridge the gap and put some sense into these people. Like, hey, your house is not worth $2 million. You show them some comparables, and what comparables are, for instance, if your house is on this block, you would take the houses that sold in the area within about half a mile radius in the last 6 months, and that's how much your house is worth.
Mm-hmm. And I'm sure when they put the value in their house, they're putting a lot of emotional value in their house.
Exactly. Right. You hear it all. Oh, my grandma's sister brought this house 100 years ago. It's been in the family. So you kind of just have to. Your job is to talk sense into these people and just give them realistic numbers that you can work with.
Now, what if someone's listening and trying to do what you do? You have the money. You guys all came together. What if I want to do that here in New York? How would I actually go about buying a house?
If you want to go, well, it depends. As an investor or for, family reasons.
Let's say if we want to be investors, how would we go about doing it?
So I had a mentor, not a mentor anymore, but this multi-millionaire guy that's doing a lot of big deals in Manhattan. He first told me, just get your license because it just opens up so many doors. And I didn't believe it, but someone who's where I want to get to, I'm going to listen to you.
Right.
So I went forward. I got my license.
How'd you get your license?
It's pretty simple. Groupon has a lot of sales when you just take a 75-hour course.
What is it exactly on? Like 75-hour what?
What is the class on?
Yeah, no 70. Like what is it called?
It's 75. It's just you have to do a certain amount of hours. It's just like going to school before you get your certificate.
Thank you, Heeswa.
I don't know the name of the. I don't know the name of the 75-hour course. But yeah, you take the class. I mean, this is we live in an information age. You can just Google how to get a real estate license. It's really simple.
You'd be surprised how many people don't Google it.
That's very true. Well, everyone who's listening, just Google how to get a real estate license
in the state that you're in.
The state that you're in, because it varies from state to state. And it's kind of like anything in school. You'll go to class, take notes, you'll learn, and then you just take a test. And the cool thing is, when you go and take your test, you'll see so many brokerages at the test, like Keller Williams. Everyone will be there because they know that they're trying to scout you. It's like the NBA draft.
Outside after you take your test, they're all
outside before and after. They're out there like, hey, you want to come join us? So that can open doors for anyone who doesn't kind of know where to start. Yeah. That's a great way to start.
That's bad. Okay, that's not bad. So what do you feel like you like better now? Is real estate that's the not real estate, but the investing side, is that like what you want to do, or is like the real estate side like selling and buying? Like where's your comfort zone right there?
Well, I mean, if I'm looking long term, it's definitely investment side.
Okay.
Short term, what we're doing right now, my brothers and I, we're actually building our brokerage. We actually just opened up our brokerage January of last year.
Okay, nice. Congrats.
Yes,
congrats.
Thank you. And it's been going good. We just had an open house actually last Friday.
Okay.
In the neighborhood. And it's great. But as I said, no matter what your profession is, even if you're in real estate and you're an agent, you need to put that investor cap on. And I think the name of the game for everyone should be, when especially we're all in the same age, in our mid-20s, by the time you're 50, you want to have at least, it's going to sound crazy to some people, but at least like 100 units that you own personally.
Okay.
And that's the way to financial freedom. I think we all need to get to that level of financial freedom.
Now, why is it so important for me to get a unit?
So, you see, I'm wearing the Grant Cardone 10X, the 10X hat. I got the luxury of meeting Grant Cardone, and, he broke it down and it made so much sense. So there's two ways you can do it. You can buy a single family and put renters in it, and you're getting money every month. That's great, right? But what happens if they move out? How much money are you getting?
None.
Exactly. So now, if I own a 14 unit and one person moves out, how many people are still paying me?
13.
Exactly. And it's the same amount of work. Now, for the property that we own in Ohio, I don't do anything personally. We have property management take care of it. So literally, it's just about opening your brain, and it's actually really possible for anyone who's interested. And the deals are out there. You know, you just got to go get it.
Agreed. So there is really no limitation. Like, you feel like anybody can do it. It's just that, because that's the biggest thing. Everybody's like, oh, everybody can do it. Everybody can do it. But then somebody on the opposite end is like, nah, I can't. I don't have the money. I don't have this. But
it's very true. But two things that Grant also mentioned, how he got started. You guys can Google his story, but he just saved. You know, so on the onset, he didn't buy anything. But in that same period as he was saving,
he was looking.
That sacrifice.
He still became a guru in the niche. So by the time he had his investment capital to start, and people don't know, you can leverage out your money. So banks will give you up to 4 times your money. So if you save up $200,000, a bank will give you $800,000, which is enough to buy property, depending on what state you're looking at.
Yeah, and in his story, he goes like, in that 2 years, like, he was looking at property like he had the money in his back pocket.
Exactly.
And he was going every week he was going, and by the time he found the deal, he had the money already.
Exactly. It's a mindset. It's a mindset, definitely.
Agreed.
Now, a lot of people, they look at buying houses as difficult. Let's say if you have bad credit score or great credit score. What does a right credit score someone need in order to buy a house?
I think, you know, no matter what you're trying to buy, if it's a car, a house, you should have at least a 700.
Okay.
Or you'll still get approved, but your terms would just be not to your favor.
Like what? What would you mean?
What do you mean?
Meaning what? Like, what wouldn't be in my favor?
If you're below a 700, banks will still lend you out a loan, but your mortgage rate or your interest on your loan won't be as good as someone who had a 750 or 800.
Okay.
So I think for our generation, especially our generation, no one is even saving money. The average person only has $2,000 to their name.
Yeah.
No, my apologies. The average person doesn't have $2,000 to their name, which is, you know, when you think about it, it's mind blowing.
Yeah.
Like, if you just ask a random person, hey, you know, I have to have surgery tomorrow, can I borrow $2,000? They can't give it to you. You know, so our generation, you know, we're not like our parents' generation. We're renting a lot.
Yeah.
You know, so a lot of people can't afford to get a mortgage. You know, so a lot of my friends that I went to college with, I just saw a couple of them this weekend, and you know, they live with like 4 other roommates in Manhattan. They're paying about $950. Damn. It's tough. You know, it's really tough. And house prices are only going up, especially in New York.
Right.
So a lot of people are thinking about relocating. You know, you go to my friend in North Carolina just bought she's renting an apartment, pays $1,200. That same apartment in New York would be over $3,000
easily.
You know, so a lot of people are just relocating and just trying to find a better fit for them.
Yeah. So what would you be your advice for somebody in that situation? Like, yo, I'm have 9 roommates. I'm paying the X amount. I can barely save any money. What kind of way would I be able to be an investor if I'm listening to this right now?
If, you know, not everyone has the luxury, but if you can, I would say suck up your pride. And if your parents are still in New York, you need to move back with them. You know, because who cares how you look right now? It's about how you look in 25 years.
Agreed.
If you're in the same position that you are now in 25 years, you need to smack yourself. I'm being honest. So, you know, some people like to keep up with the Joneses. They want to look, you know, fresh, or they want a brand new car, or, you know, they want to have a brand new apartment. You just put your pride aside.
Yeah.
You know, life is short. Who cares about stuff like that? And stack your money. Stack your money. So in 10, 15 years, you know, you'll be the other person on the other side of the spectrum looking back, I'm glad I made those sacrifices. Because time is going to pass regardless. Time is passing as we speak. So you're either going to make the moves or you're not.
And that's where going back to credit, that's what we were talking about. Like, is it better to have $100,000 in your pocket or 800 credit score? I was talking to one of my boys about that the other day, and then it was just like, yo, the reason why, because he had asked me about it, because we mentioned in the episode, he had asked me, the interest rate, that's what's going to kill you. That interest rate, if you have if from a 650 to a 700, you're looking at a huge price difference in interest, whether you're buying a car, whether you're buying a house, whether even you're going to like a store and buying furniture and putting it on credit or something like that. Your interest rate is going to be so much higher. So that's why it's so important to really learn the credit game and apply to this.
Yes, very true. Myself, I got started, I know this is not about real estate, but
no worries.
To build my credit, I listen to a lot of people. You guys are familiar with Ty Lopez.
Of course, yeah.
Yeah. So he teaches credit.
So I'm in his credit course.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Sounds familiar. But long story short, even before Ty Lopez, when I was in college, I started building my credit. A lot of people have the wrong mindset on credit. Credit is not money you have. It's just to show credibility.
Exactly.
So what I did, I opened up a Discover card. Anyone who needs a first card to get, Discover is a great card.
100%.
Yes. And I was just paying my cell phone bill with it. That's it. You know, I wouldn't look at it like people look at it as extra income.
Yeah.
It's not money that you own.
Right.
Like I said, it's just credibility. So that way I was able to build my score. And now I have a
pretty decent score.
Yeah.
And I hear a lot of people, he said he started in like college. You don't even need, we had the whole episode on credit. So if you want to, it's a great episode with a lot of gems in this. You can go back and listen to that. But to briefly touch on that, you don't even need that long of a time to build your credit. If you're doing it the smart way and the right way, if you have a really bad credit score and the 400, I'm actually helping somebody right now build his credit right now. And then he was like, I think he was like in the 5s. In the matter of 2 months, 3 months, he's jumping up 50 points, and it's just about like sending stuff out, like playing the game. All these creditors work for you. You don't work for them. They're on your side. So like a lot of people don't know that, and it's not that hard. But definitely go back and listen to that episode. It's on credit, and
we also have a book on that episode too. The link is in there as well.
Yeah, as well. Yeah, that's
you
great.
Literally step by step on how to really build your credit correctly.
Yeah, hands down. So what are you doing? And you say you just opened a brokerage right now. So are you looking at any investment properties right now, or is just kind of trying to grow the firm?
I do the Grant Cardone way. My brothers and I were looking for.
How many brothers do you have? Sorry,
I have 2 older brothers.
Okay.
Yes, we're looking for a multi-unit, preferably outside of New York.
Of course, yeah.
Multi-unit in New York can be X tens of millions of dollars.
Are you guys all located in New York?
Correct.
Okay,
yes.
so how's that process if you're looking out of state and you guys live here?
I mean, there's 2 ways that we go about it. We market we send out marketing every month.
Okay.
There's software that can give you people's addresses, how long they own it, everything.
Okay.
And also, like I said, Google's available at your fingertips. So you can search. I look at property every day.
Okay.
Even if it's a long day, I just still try to spend 10-15 minutes just looking,
staying consistent.
Staying consistent. Exactly.
Yeah, that's what's up. It's not bad. So, what are some of your goals now? So you say you're looking for properties. Like, so what are some of your short-term goals that you have right now that you're trying to hit?
In real estate?
Yeah.
Exactly. The short-term goal would be at the end of the year, we're trying to buy a multi-unit. That's a short-term goal.
And what's a multi? Well, how many units are you guys looking for?
Yeah. So, and I'll tell you guys a great fact that a lot of people don't know. There's a guy, if anyone's interested in learning about commercial real estate, a guy on YouTube, Peter Harris. Great guy, gives a lot of useful information. So the average person doesn't know. A multi-unit is anything from 2 to 4 units. Right? Now, a commercial property is anything from 5 units and above.
Okay.
So people, when they hear commercial, they think of skyscrapers, 200,000 units.
Yeah.
It's just 5 units or more. And now the reason why that's so beneficial, because there's so many tax laws to benefit people who own commercial real estate. So people wonder why, oh my gosh, Trump is not paying taxes. Trump is not paying taxes because he owns a ton of commercial real estate.
Yeah. It's Robert Kiyosaki 101 right there.
Exactly. And you know what's funny? Speaking of Robert, I have a quote on my wall.
Oh, that's your boy. You call him Robert? Speaking of young Rob.
Speaking of Rob. I wish he was my boy. But I have a quote on my wall, and he said, if you're paying taxes, you're doing something wrong. And when he said that, I was like, God damn, what is he talking about? And it wasn't until later when I came across Peter Harris, I put 2 and 2 together. If you own over 5 units, there's so many tax laws that benefit you.
We actually, that's the video.
Yeah, we watched it together. Exactly. We watched it together. So the average person doesn't know that. They think it's not in their league. If I told you, hey, just own commercial property 5 units or above, and if you're making $100,000, instead of giving 40% or 50% to the government, you can only give about 80.
What if I'm not making money? What if I'm living check to check, and all of my friends are living check to check? My family, we're all broke right now. We see everyone making it. We see everyone buying all these things. What you're saying sounds great, but how can we step in it? How can we do that?
I think you have to expand your mind and get creative. Get creative on different ways you can actually make money. You don't have to buy the unit today. It starts with your mindset before you even have the money. All these people who are, who they are, they all start with the mindset. So start with the mindset, sit down in a room, and just come up with a creative game plan on how you're gonna attack this beast. Just to drop a couple ways that I make money, that it's definitely possible for anyone. Of course, I do real estate. I also, as you do, I trade Forex. That's a great skill if someone can learn how to do so, that they can make money outside of their job. Also, drop shipping. If you guys aren't familiar with drop shipping is like, for instance, Walmart. If you go on Walmart.com, Walmart is like a drop shipping company. They don't necessarily have all the inventory that they're holding. They have it in a warehouse. That someone else, they're ordering it from China. Exactly. So that's another business that a lot of people are getting into, and they're making side income. So you just have to, those are just the ways I do it, but to each his own. People drive Uber on the weekends. You just got to make it work. Whatever works for you, make that money, and, use your family and your friends as your investment tools as well. We're all in this together.
Right. So that's why it's so important to have a good circle. Yeah,
exactly.
That's what's huge, because that's what works for you. Because if you have your family, your friends, that you would never be in the position you're in right now.
Very true.
Okay, that's cool.
Information's passed around. Everybody stick together, and that's how you grow.
Yep.
100%.
What about long term? Like, we just spoke about short term goals. How about a long term goal? Can you throw some at us?
Yes. So long term goals, I want to own at least 350 units personally.
Okay.
Because when you own, doing the math, it's about, I think, per unit you're going to profit, depending on what state you're in. But the states I'm looking in, you profit anywhere from 170 to 250 per unit after paying your mortgage and yada yada yada.
Yeah.
So you just have to come up with that number,
right,
for you to be financially free. You
got to do the math.
You got to do the math. And so I have my math, have it written down on my wall, and then it's all about just chipping away day by day. So the long term goal is to get over 300 units, and also give back. I want to teach people. I'm actually going to start educating people on how to do this,
right?
Especially minorities, because I feel like we're at a disadvantage. I work a lot of my investors, honestly, they're Jewish people. They own the game. They own the real estate game.
Yeah.
Some people hate it. I think it is what it is. Yeah, they know what they're doing, and I think it's it's lack of knowledge on a lot of minority parts that we're consumers. We need to switch our mindset to being investors instead of consumers.
But why do I want to learn about that when Cardi B just got a kid? I want to find out more about that.
Do me off guard. And honestly, it may be hard for people, and that's why I kind of just tune out all that. Some people, did you hear that LeBron James didn't brush his teeth today? I don't care that LeBron James didn't brush his teeth today. That's not making me any money.
Yeah, but I can go on social media and get like 1,000 likes and all those comments. It's gonna make me famous.
But honestly, you can use that as leverage if you're pushing a product and you have a great following base. To each his own. Definitely use that. But if you're just on IG just wasting your life away. They say the average person spends about 2 hours a day on social media.
I believe it.
That's ridiculous. 2 hours a day? Oh my God.
I believe that.
I'm sad. It's like, that's ridiculous.
So you talked about something like your hard struggles, like you getting fired over and over. What are some other things you struggle with, like getting to the point that you're at right now? Like, what are some of your quote unquote failures, if you want to call them that?
Failure. That's a great question. I think with anything, it's just, I don't know if this answers your question, but it's just discipline. Because I failed and I could have easily just, gave up and just kept applying for jobs. Even when I first started trading, it was tough. I wasn't making any money for like the first 18 months. Now, I had friends who started trading with me and gave up after the first 2-3 months.
Yeah.
So nothing is easy in life. Everyone wants the instant gratification, but it takes time to, get to your goals.
And you're gonna fail too. That's a big thing too. Like, no matter what you do, no matter if you're not failing, that means you're not actually going big enough.
Exactly.
Or you're not doing anything that's gonna last. Or
I think it's great to fail, because as long as you don't stop, as you said, you
can't fail.
You can't.
Yeah, you just gotta make sure you learn from it, though. You know, a lot of people, what they do is they fail and they just never start again.
Yeah, and it sounds really simple, and it's because it is, but we just don't follow through with it.
Right.
If you fail, just literally do not stop, and you'll get to your goal.
That's good. That's good. So I see you off the real estate topic. You know, we go to the same gym, even though you've been I see you at LA Fitness here and there. I don't know why you're leaving you. Yo, H might be working for LA Fitness.
I think he might.
I think he might. Because a lot of UFC guys are starting to be, I see him in H's snaps.
My philosophy, if it's free, it's for me. So H gets me in for free, I'm going.
Yeah, I think I'm going to start charging people to come in. I'm spending
really
too much money a month
Fitness,
to bring you on for free, man.
So how important is that in your game? Because you're working out heavy every single day. So do you feel like that's a big contributing factor?
Absolutely. I work out about 4 to 5 times a week. I really think health is wealth.
Yeah.
So I think it starts with your diet, actually. I eat a plant-based diet. Now, I'm not saying everyone should do that, but from what it did
Vegan
for
alert.
me, it changed a lot for me. I used to have joint pain in my knee. I changed my diet and I started going to the gym. You're just in a better mood. I'm happier. I spend my time doing things that I want to do, and I just feel great.
That's good. That's good. And what kind of workouts you be doing in the gym? Like what's your go-to now?
It varies. Every day I pick a different body part. So today, every day.
Okay.
Today I'm gonna do legs.
Okay.
Everyone has their regimen. Yesterday I did arms. The day before I do shoulders. Some days I just do cardio. Always got to hit the abs though. No matter what day no matter what I'm working out, the abs. I gotta get some abs in.
How often do you eat?
About 4 to 5 times a day. But I just eat smaller portions. So I used to eat 2 to 3 times, and it would be like
heavy.
The Lion King size portions from Mufasa. What I do now, I just eat smaller portions.
For Simba.
Yeah. I eat Simba portions now. I don't eat Mufasa portions anymore. So, and considering that I'm not eating heavy things like chicken and meat, you kind of do get hungry often. So I'm just have protein shakes. I always have food on me. Nuts, berries, the whole 9 yards.
And what's so great about the field that you're in and what you're doing and the lifestyle you created? Like now, a lot of people is listening right now. We're recording at I think it's like 12 o'clock right now. So you're able to take time away and do this podcast. You're able to, I'm going to hit the gym right ever. And you still have money coming in. You're not losing any sleep right now. Knowing that my bills are not paid. And that's the lifestyle that you kind of are creating for yourself and going to create for yourself. So that's something important right now. Why you want to get into your financial freedom or start building real estate property or start owning stuff around you, because you're able to do stuff like this. Like I see you at the gym almost all the time, and we're there when it's nobody there.
That's the best time to go.
We're in. We get our workout in 45 minutes, and then we're out.
It's very true. And same thing, it applies with everything. When I go grocery shopping, I'm the only one in the store. I went to Six Flags right before I went on vacay 2 weeks ago, and there were no lines. That's to me that's great. That's the life. Because most people have to wait till the weekend to get a lot of stuff done. When everyone is doing the same thing.
Yeah, that's a whole day that you're taking out.
It's like World War Z on the weekend. So I try to have my groceries done, finish with the gym, everything before the weekend comes.
Right.
So I'm not in that chaotic, mind state.
So you're building this lifestyle for you. What does your lifestyle look like in 30 years? What do you think your lifestyle is like?
Man. I mean, I love to travel. Okay. So I take a trip every 3 months.
Okay.
So I think at that point, obviously, I'll be married. I'm not married now. Single. But at that point, I would have kids, and honestly, I like helping people.
Okay.
So I know at that point, I will just be traveling the world and helping people and educating people and just being that coach and mentor for whoever is looking for the tutelage, because a lot of people have great ideas, but they just need the opportunity. So I think literally we're all on this earth to enjoy it and help others enjoy it as well.
Doing the assist.
Exactly. So I'm enjoying life right now, but I need to get to a point where I can just full-time focus on helping other people.
Of course. And that's a process right there. Like you said, you're not in it for the instant gratification, so you don't mind the small setbacks that it's going to take to get you to that huge leap forward.
Absolutely.
So that's what's up. Where can the people find you? Where can anybody find you?
Well, you can find me on bridgepathglobal.com. That's my investment company.
Okay,
We'll
well,
put that in
anyone,
the show notes.
yeah, if anyone needs help trying to buy or even sell, or if they want advice on how they can get started, you can definitely reach out to me. My email is, my name is pretty tough. It's Ohizwa, but I'll spell it. It's OHIZUA at bridgepathglobal.com. You can also check out my brokerage, which is bppropertygroup.com. And my email for that is the same, OHIZUA at bppropertygroup.com.
All right, so yeah, we appreciate you for coming out here. It was a great and very informational lessons that you dropped. A lot of stuff. If you guys want to find out more information, he just dropped you all his information. All the information will be in the show notes as well. You can also follow me at Way Too Irrational. You can follow Hansome at Hansome Kelly _. You can follow us on IG. Our page is What Are We Doing PC. You can email us at whatarewedoingpc@gmail.com. And thank everybody. Thanks for the support. Thanks for the likes. Thanks for everything. And keep showing us support. Keep emailing us, and we'll definitely get back to you guys on the email. So I don't know. You have a quote that you want to leave us? We started doing a whole quote.
Yeah.
I know we didn't ask you for a quote. Yeah, but
man.
you got.
You can use another one that's on your wall.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of one that's on my wall.
I'm gonna
right
put
now.
mad pressure on you at the end, but no, that was good. I don't know. H, you have anything to say? Why he thinks of his?
Yeah, give me a second to think of my.
Give me a second to think. This is a great podcast.
Yeah.
A real great podcast. I appreciate your time.
Of course. Thank you for having me. Now let me think of a quote.
Don't talk to him. Talk to me.
You want me to kill some time while you
Yes.
Guys, I hope you guys really enjoyed this episode. As Kadeem said, I hope everyone is enjoying their day, also enjoying their week. You want to make sure that your week stays productive. You don't want to make it where you're walking around wasting time. You can be busy or you can be productive, but you can't be doing both.
I got it.
All right, let's go.
I forgot who said this, but
No worries.
If you don't pursue excellence, mediocrity will pursue you.
That's a gem.
Boom.
Boom. And on that note, guys, everybody have a great week, all right?